Hello everybody, how are you? Today we are going to study mixed conditionals. The first thing you have to know to learn mixed conditionals is precisely that you need to know about conditionals, okay? So if you are here, it means that you already control the zero, the first, second, and third conditionals. If you do not control them, please go back, study them, do some exercises about them and just get them right, because it's absolutely necessary that you understand all of them perfectly and completely in order to understand what I'm going to tell you today. Okay, so yeah, today we are going to speak about mixed conditionals. Mixed conditionals are normally introduced in the B2 level, and here you, as the name goes, you mix conditionals, okay? Normally in a conditional sentence, you have two clauses. The clause that goes with the if, okay, the one that sets the cause, and then the other clause tells you about the consequence, okay? So in a mixed conditional, you take the first half that may belong to first conditional maybe, and the second half may belong to the third conditional, for example. So you mix you mix the four types of conditionals. All right, so bearing that in mind, there are 6 different types of mixed conditionals, which, if we add it to the already existing 4 conditionals that we have, it makes a total sum of 10 conditionals in English. But don't worry, because today I'm going to focus on the 3 most common ones. Okay, I'm going to tell you about the 3 most common mixed conditionals. The first one is we are going to use it like this. I'm going to tell you about the if clause, okay, and then the other clause I'm going to signal it with a backslash over there. All right, so the first one is about the third conditional in the if clause and the second conditional in the second clause. So let me write here if plus had and the verb, and here a past simple. And some examples may be: if I had won the lottery, I would be rich. Now, normally, when you use a third conditional, you express an impossibility, because it is a past event that cannot be altered. So you refer to it in the third conditional. You say, if that had been different, something else would have happened. Okay, and normally you use the second conditional to express something that is unlikely to happen. But when you mix conditionals, we are not talking about likelihood anymore. We are talking about a different thing. We are talking about chances. Okay, so in here, the chance that you have with the third conditional is, you guessed correctly, it's the past. And when you use the past simple, it's surprisingly the second conditional belongs to the present. Oh, I would be Rick. No way, Rick and Morty. Can you imagine? No, I would be rich. All right, so if I had won the lottery, I would be rich. It means that if in the past I had won the lottery, I would now be rich. And this is the only way to express cause and consequence action that comes from the past and affects the present. Okay, this is the first mixed conditional we are going to study, guys. I'm going to give you another example for the for the third and second conditional. The other example is going to be, if I had studied English at school, I'd have a better job. Okay, so again, you are speaking about something that is past. If I had studied English at school, I would now have a better job. The important thing here, again, is that you are not talking about likelihood. Okay, you are talking about something that is in the past that has an immediate consequence in the present. Okay, so in the third and second conditional, what you have is, let me mark it here in red, we have past that goes straight to the present. Okay, that is the first type of conditional. The third and the second conditional mixed. Now you can also find, let me see, you can also find the second and the third. Let's have it the other way around. You have if, again in red. Let's have in black. You have if and the past simple, and then you find the had plus the verb. Okay, so in this case you have the third type of conditional here and the second type of conditional here. The important thing is that you say, oh, but it's the same, they have just changed places. Yeah, but precisely because of that, precisely because they have swapped places, the meaning is different. Okay, let me show you something. Let me show you some examples about this. Okay, I've got one. If I spoke German, I would have accepted the international trip, for example. Okay, so okay, I'm just noticing I have mixed this. Okay, second and third, that's it. Good. So once you have this, you have, if I spoke German, I would have accepted the international trip. You don't have a past action that affects the present any longer. You have something different. Okay, you are referring to something that happens or that doesn't happen now, that interferes with the past. Okay, you may think it's similar, but it's really not. Okay, it's all a matter of perspective. You perspective. I write what I think. It's not easy to to speak and write at the same time. So when you use the first type of mixed conditional, you situate yourself. Your perspective comes from the past, and you evaluate how it affects the present, your present situation. And in the second example, your position belongs to the present tense, and you evaluate your past, and you wonder what would have happened if something that continues to happen now was, let's say, hadn't been like that in the past. Okay, so normally you have in the second clause here, the one with the past simple, you usually have a verb that is a verb that affects a large span of time. That means something that refers to abilities, or something that refers to capacities, okay, or even to states, okay, states of emotion, states of being, okay, something that makes you as a person, something that defines you, something that tells about who you are, about how you live. Okay, that is normally what you have in the second part here. Now let me give you another example. If I, again in red, why does this, because, oh yeah, because I have the line in red. Okay, if you say, if my neighbors were nice people, I would have invited them over for Christmas. Okay, so again, this refers to how a person is, how someone is. Okay, in this case, more than one person. So if your neighbors were nice people, that means that they are not nice people, right? But again, you express it in the present. It means that now your neighbors are not nice people, but it's a state. Your neighbors have never really been good people, and that is precisely the reason why you have never invited them. Okay, I hope this is clear, because I'm just realizing it is better for us to leave it here, because if I introduce to you the next type of mixed conditional, you're gonna go crazy online. Okay, so let us just wait till we see each other again face to face in the class, and let me talk to you about more well, the only type of mixed conditional left that you really need to know before your B2 test. Okay, so far you have these two types. You have the perspective from the past, something that happened or not in the past that affects your present, and a state of being, characteristic of a person that is in a large span of time that has affected your past, and you reflect upon it. Okay, as always, if you have any questions, you can always contact me through WhatsApp. I'm always available there until next Friday because it's holidays. So that's all. Thank you very much, guys. Take care, stay healthy, stay safe, and hope to see you very, very soon. Goodbye.